Today we are going to learn how to use the desmos calculator that's provided to us on our testing to find the 5-number summary. This is going to help us create box plots. So the first thing that you need to know is that this calculator does a lot, okay? So today, as you can see, the data I've highlighted on the right, that's the data that we're going to use today to find our 5-number summary. But sometimes our data is given to us in a table. And if so, you can just type the word table in on your calculator and boom, a table pops up so that you can enter the data the way that it looks in your question. Today it gives it to us in the form of a list. When it gives it to you in the form of a list, you need to name your list. I like to name my list L, especially if I'm only dealing with one. L for list, it makes sense. So we need to put L equals and then bracket. Not a parenthesis, but a bracket. And then we enter our data points separated by a comma. So 15, comma 9, comma 5, comma 17, and so on. All right, so a 13-element list, and then we just close up the parenthesis. All right, and to get our 5-number summary, we go down and we create a new entry box. So this one was 1. We come down and create a second one, and then we go to functions. And there's 3 categories. We got trig, stat, and miscellaneous. We're going to go to stat because we're in our statistics unit. And then you see here, you can find the mean, the median, the min, the max, the quartiles, the standard deviation, or this very last box you can hit stats. So what stats is going to do is give us a 5-number summary, all of it in one place, all right? So we named our list L. So in our parentheses after stats, we're going to write L and hit enter. And right there it gives us the minimum 4. The first quartile, 8.5. The median is 11. The upper quartile, 15.5. And our maximum value is 20. All right, so just to recap, when it's a list, we have L equals bracket, our list separated by commas. And then to find the 5-number summary, we go to function, stat, and the very last one called stats. And then the name of our list. All right? So guys, please reference this video if you're having trouble getting your 5-number summaries. We're going to look at creating a box and whisker plot using a 5-number summary. We're going to be using the 5-number summary provided right here that I'm highlighting now. So our first step is to identify our 5-number summary, including the minimum, lower quartile, the median, the upper quartile, and the maximum. Don't forget that we can use our desmos calculator to create a quick 5-number summary for us. That's what we learned earlier today. Our second step is to create a number line that fits our data. The key here is that it must fit your data. What I usually do is I make sure that my number line goes at least 1 or 2 values below my minimum and 1 or 2 values above my maximum. Now guys, most of the time the number line will be provided for you, so you won't have to worry about that. During this step, I also like to place a tick above each number of the 5-number summary, just as we've done here. So our minimum was 2, place one here. Our lower quartile was 4, median was 6, third quartile is 3, and our maximum value is 10, so we put a tick at 10. Each number, each tick that we just added represents either a whisker or a part of the box in our box and whisker plot. All right, our second step is to connect the minimum and the lower quartile values. So we connect those with just a simple line. All right. We also connect the third quartile, and the maximum the same way. These are our whiskers. Our last step is to connect the lower quartile and the upper quartile values to make the box. So we connect them at the top and at the bottom, as you can see here. And that's it. We've created our box and whisker plot. Our tick for the median is already there to cut the box. Median will always cut your box. It always falls between the lower and the upper quartile. And then here at the bottom of our notes, I provided a visual that's labeled, minimum. All of our quartiles are labeled. The whiskers are labeled. And this entire thing here is the box. All right, and we can't ever forget our number line. So guys, please use this video and the video before this, teaching you how to use the Desmos calculator, to complete your practice for today. And when you're done with it, just take a picture of your notebook paper where you've put your answers and drawn your box and whisker plots. Or if you were able to print it, take a picture of it completed and upload it under the assignments tab on eClass. I hope you guys had a good weekend.